I'm back. U.S. Air Force pit walk time. How about my partner Erica Allred taking over last weekend in Deadwood, South Dakota? She crushes it. So we had so much fun with that segment, but I'm excited to be back here with the U.S. Air Force pit walk, ERX Motor Park edition. Let's go. What's up, lady? What's this? What do you got here?
Second.
Congratulations. You have a few podiums as of recent. This girl, she's been on fire. Junior girls. Here at the start of the U.S. Air Force pit walk, number 200. Take a look at it. Back on top of the podium. Elias Ishul just on fire. And it was a perfect night for the team as well. Marcus Ogamar. A few people were saying, oh, it's his first win. No, it's just been a long time. This is his first win in 3 years. So he's been there, he's been fast. Thien Motorsports could do it. They've got it dialed, they've got it figured out. So not only 2 just amazing feats to come from around 11 from this crew, but Andy Paik is back following a serious injury in Dubuque earlier on this season. So really remarkable stuff coming from this Minnesota-based team. On to Shearing Speed Sports. Okay. For a few rounds now, I don't mind stirring this pot. I haven't asked directly these riders, is there some beef between Logan Christian and his former teammate Jacob Yerk? But those two, there's been contact. Logan Christian has been just involved in a few situations recently, some of them out of his control, but it's been rubbin's racing. That's the phrase. We've been kind of wearing it out this season, but we've seen a lot of it and it's been exciting. But Logan Christian, the speed's been there, the results have been there, especially in the qualifiers. Still looking to put them together in the main event, but take nothing away from the speed that he's been showing, along with his teammate Hunter Patnode. The guy just continues to say, adversity, out of my way. The comebacks he's had this year from injuries, I'm curious to know what had happened in the round 11 final, because he was looking very strong at the front of the field, setting the pace, and just kind of fell back. Still came away with a commendable finish, but you have to wonder, was maybe his ankle hurting him or a mechanical? I'm going to say it was probably a mechanical. I had a trackside source say that the sled sounded a little bit funny, so I don't think there's anything that they couldn't get straightened out for today. And Hunter Patnode, he's been there. So still maintains a second place position in the championship points chase, and just 3 points separate him and this guy. There's the sled down there, 31, Imolhar, who's third in the championship point standings. And some really, really tough news this morning. Carson Allred is officially out for the season. He's been struggling with a right shoulder injury. It keeps popping out, and it's one of those injuries when you injure it once, you are very susceptible to that shoulder keep popping out. So that was very trying for him. I was talking to team owner Scott Judnick just a few moments ago, and it's just been a tough season for him. It's just been one thing after another. So sidelined for the year, but both him and Imolhar are under contract, so you will be seeing them back next year. Highly confident about that. And Scott Judnick and the team, they're super optimistic about the future with Carson Allred, as well is Imolhar. Imolhar was described by Scott as a diamond in the rough. So he's surpassing expectations. Of course, a winner here this season and a multi-time podium finisher. So you'd have to think that, in a sense, that kind of alleviates pressure off of the guy. He's going to continue to perform. We know he will. So finished P2 last evening and brought some excitement, that's for sure. Another guy who finished on the podium last night, Francis Pelletier, third place finish. He's been a part of some super exciting battles this season, and in his qualifying rounds as well as those main events. So, and Jordan LaBelle last night, that was a hard-earned second place finish. He was on the move, had to make his way through the LCQ. That's not the first time he had to do so this season, and charged his way to a podium position. But the guy, he hates to lose. That second, on one sense, it's very tough on a rider, but you know, he could very well come out swinging once again here in round 12. On to the next here, Henges Racing Polaris. We had Oscar Norm, Cody Cam finish, I believe, 6th and 7th last night for the Polaris riders, guys. Followed by a team All Finish Racing. Dan Benham looked really strong, starting out earlier in the night with a dominating qualifier win. Ended up 5th on the night overall, and of course Jacob Yerk 727 involved in a lot of excitement as well. We're gonna keep her moving. Team LaValle, Adam Peterson, wicked good start for him in the round 11 final, and he fell back a little bit. Ended up finishing, I believe, It was 8th. Kyle Pauline finished P12. Kyle Pauline, he's a rider with a ton of history. Now here at ERX, we've only made 4 visits here with a national tour, but this track has been so pivotal for so many racers' careers. He has trained here for many, many years. I believe there was even a stint where he lived with the Carlson family. Carlson's, of course, team owners, co-owners of the course here at ERX Motor Park. So a lot of history in Elk River, Minnesota. And on to K2 Motorsports. Last night, he was all smiles. He was so visibly excited, and for good reason. Cole K2, his first career qualifier win, happened here at his home track. So that was a special, special moment for him. Making our way through, Taven Woody on the podium once again. Last evening, found herself a 2nd place finish. Cam Cole sled, 747, going right on by. Travis Muller, he sat out a couple of rounds a few weeks ago, Salamanca, New York, but I believe he's going to be with us for the rest of the season. So, qualifier winner this year. Zanstra Motorsports, Philip Haar. He really jumped right into the thick of things. You know, he didn't have any seat time on the Zanstra Motorsports Arctic Cat prior to coming here for New York, but he's hopped right into it, and he's been competitive. He's getting more confident, but I had heard word that he was frustrated. He said, I'm going to come out here and people might think that this is what I'm capable of, and we know that he's capable of more, so I'm looking for him to be on the move. KC Motorsports Polaris, of course, Evan Christian just 1 week ago, first career podium and first career win all in one night in the Pro Light class. Corbin Anderson last night, one of the scariest crashes we've seen all season. He and Riley Bester get connected in the air, and Corbin Anderson unfortunately had to seek medical attention last night and is going to be out for the rest of the season. So check out his Instagram page. He published an official update on his injury. Corbin Anderson, we hope you get well soon. So pumped to see 1-3 Motorsports back in the mix of things. Lincoln Lemieux is here, by the way. You see him at the start line. He was actually helping out Elias Ishua last night. If you listened to Elias's podium interview, he thanked Lincoln Lemieux for helping him out, lending some insight. So Lincoln Lemieux not only very involved with the pro field here, but also super hands-on with the sled. Leo Patnode coming out for Pro Light, finishing the season as he fills in for Lincoln Lemieux. He had a tremendous start and unfortunately had a crash shortly thereafter. First time he had raced, I believe they had said, was last weekend out in New England with the East Coast Snocross Series. That might have been his first race since ERX last year, if I'm not mistaken. So a top 5 finish for Leo Patnode. So he's really just trying to get back up to speed, but he's got a great crew behind him. So we're super pumped to see 1-3 Motorsports back with us this weekend. So some more drama unfolded last night. No shortage of drama, by the way. I was able to get some clarification on the snowbike competition. So what had happened, you'll have to go back and watch the highlights on our YouTube, Facebook, and on Flow Racing. But it was a really exciting race. Unfortunate, heavy contact between Troy Harbati and Jesse Kirchmeier. Jesse, I believe, pitted just over there. The reason they ended up disqualifying Troy Harbati is it came down to line choice. Jesse had committed to a line, and according to race directors and officials, that the line that Troy Harbati had chosen, there was going to be no good outcome from it. So the riders had all been warned. This is stemming back to rounds well before this one. So they made the very tough call. No race director wants to make that call to disqualify a rider, but that's what happened. So the overall top 3 finish ended up being Jesse Kirchmeier, Keaton Ward, followed by Yannick Boucher. So drama in that class. It's super tough, and I apologize for not giving enough due diligence to the pro women's riders on these pit walks. We're kind of sprinkled throughout, but just a few things I want to mention in that class. Tasha Lang back this weekend, got a top 5 finish, and she was battling with Nayli LaBelle for almost the entire race. So Tasha Lang, of course, has a big fan section here. She podiumed 1 year ago, and she's hopped right back into it. She's been out here practicing for a few weeks now, at least 2-3 weeks, and sources say she's looked really good in practice. So I caught up with her yesterday. She's so pumped to be back. We've really missed you, Tasha. And Nana Hauger looking great again last night. 3rd place finish. Taven Woody second. Moline Coutu, I got a kick out of this. She has a new, I don't know if it's a patch or it's printed, but a butt patch on her gear. So you'll have to ask her about it. Yeah, just so much drama, so many storylines across the board, and it's coming down to the wire with these championships. So from here, where do we go? Lake Geneva, followed by Cannonsburg, Michigan. So coming up next weekend as well, the $10,000 to win Amsoil Dominator. We're gonna be hyping that up, talking more about it on the broadcast this weekend. But thank you so much for tuning in once again. This is the U.S. Air Force Pit Walk here at the beautiful ERX Motor Park.